What is going on, guys? I got a battle for you guys. This time it's more UU because I love UU. And yeah, so let's look at the teams. So there's my team and there's my opponent's team. Now, the three biggest threats I'm looking at for my opponent's team are Stoutland, Cavalier, and Flygon. Stoutland, pretty much can either 2-hit KO or 1-hit KO most of my guys, so I'm going to have to keep my Swampert or Hitmontop alive if I want to be able to deal with that thing. As Cavalier, depending on what set it is, if it's banded, it'll probably be annoying, and if it's like bulky or something, it'll probably be annoying, but if it's banded, as long as I have my Swampert or Hitmontop alive, I should be fine. And really, Victini can also just take it out, so Victini will also be a good counter to that thing. And Flygon, as long as I have my Swampert or Hitmontop and my weavile, which has Ice Shard, I should be fine. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get to the battle. Okay, so I'm going to lead with my Swampert because I was pretty sure he'd lead with Hippopotas, and I kind of just wanted to scald that thing so I could 2-hit KO it, and yeah, so I go for the Scald, as he actually is going to go for the Toxic, and I really didn't expect that. I kind of thought he'd just set up his rocks, but whatever. Anyways, now I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks here, because I was pretty sure he'd want to switch out, and even if he didn't, I could just Scald the next turn, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Scald here, or not the Scald, I'm going to set up my rocks here as he brings in the Escavalier, and, that's fine, I should be able to take a hit from it, and I kind of actually thought that was weird, just because if I would have gone for the Scald and burned it, that would have been really bad for him, but seeing as how he takes that Scald extremely well, I'm guessing that he's probably going to be, especially defensive, so yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to start spamming the Scald, just so I can burn this thing to not only cut its attack in half, but also to pretty much just burn it so I can get residual damage on it. But he's actually going to bring in his Hippopotas here, I'm guessing maybe as death fodder, or maybe predicting my Hitmontop to come in, not really sure, but whatever. Anyways, now he's going to bring in the Stoutland here and just finish me off with a Crunch. And as you're about to see, the Stoutland doesn't have a Life Orb, which kind of tells me that he's probably going to be like banded or something. So yeah, that thing is going to be a major problem. But since he is banded, I am going to switch out into my Hitmontop, which can easily take a Crunch, and even if he's not banded, I will easily be able to take a return after the Intimidate. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to predict him to bring in the Nidoqueen here, so I'm going to bring in my Victini, and I kind of knew that without spikes, Choice Banded V-Create wouldn't be able to kill, but I just kind of wanted to bring this thing down low enough to where I could send really anything I wanted in just to revenge kill it. So I go for the Recreate, and again, without the spikes, I'm not going to be able to take it out. So yeah, anyways, he's going to go for the return, or not the return, the Earth Power, and I'm actually going to live that because Victini is very bulky. And yeah, so Sand is sadly going to take out my Victini. So yeah, goodbye Victini, but whatever. Now we can bring in Roserade, and Roserade is just going to go for the spikes because I was fairly certain he'd bring in the Escavalier, because why not, right? I mean, Escavalier can take a Giga Drain or Sledge Bomb or whatever. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to set up my layers of spikes because I want as much damage on that Stoutland as possible if I want to be able to take it out with my Weavile or, Hitmontop even. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to bring in my Hitmontop here just so I can take the Mega Horn, because with an Intimidate, I will easily be able to live a Mega Horn, as he is just going to go for it. And now I'm just going to start spamming Close Combat, because I kind of do just want to pretty much bring this thing down low enough and where I could, just take it out. So I'm going to go for the Close Combat. It's going to do a pretty decent amount of damage, and he's actually going to go for the Toxic here, which I kind of found weird, just because, Toxic on his Cavalier, but it also, kind of confirmed to me that it is probably bulky, just because, Toxic on his Cavalier, kind of means it's probably bulky, but whatever. Anyways, I'm going to bring in my Roserade here, because I was fairly certain he'd have the Protect, just because Toxic with Protect on his Cavalier makes sense, and plus his Cavalier has got a pretty bad move pool. So yeah, anyways, I bring in my Roserade just so I can start stacking my spikes, because I know that if he is bulky, he's probably not going to be running max attack, so I should be able to live at least one Mega Horn. And here he's actually going to miss, which really doesn't come into play at all, because all it really does is make it, so that another turn is wasted, because, as you're about to see here, I do live the Mega Horn, and I do get up my third layer of spikes, so again, all it really did was just waste a turn, but whatever. Anyways, hacks is hacks, so yeah. Anyways, now I'm going to go for a Giga Drain because, minute amounts of damage are always nice, obviously. But yeah, I just go for the Giga Drain because I really don't want to switch anything into a Mega Horn. Like, even Miss Magius will take a decent chunk from that Mega Horn. So yeah. Anyways, now I bring in my Hitmontop just so I can start spamming the close combat, as he is going to go for a, wow, I'm tired. Yeah, as he's going to go for an Iron Head to try to kill off my Hitmontop. And yeah, so this Iron Head really isn't going to do anything because since he's at -1, that is going to kind of nullify my -1 in the defense. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to go for another close combat because I really want to take this thing out, as he is going to go for the protect. So yeah, that's fine. I go for a close combat as it gets blocked, and with the toxic and sand, that is going to start racking up. So yeah, that's kind of bad. Anyways, now I'm just going to go for another close combat as he ends up bringing in the Nidoqueen pretty much as death fodder. And right about here, while I was battling, I kind of realized that Hitmontop can still be very useful later on. So I figured I might as well just save it because, again, it can be pretty useful later on. So yeah, I think I am going to take this opportunity to just switch out into my Miss Magius because the Protect is extremely obvious, and Hitmontop can serve a pretty good purpose later on, which you're about to see later on. And I just said later on a lot. Whatever. Anyways, I was really hoping that Miss Magius would be able to take it out with a hidden power fighting, but seeing as how it's specially defensive and I am running a timid Miss Magius, I'm not going to be able to take him out, and he's going to go for an Iron Head, easily 2-hit KO me. And yeah, so here he's going to go for the Protect, pretty much to get some more leftovers so he can live another hidden power fighting. And I'm just going to go for the hidden power fighting, still trying to take this thing out. And yeah, so pretty much now he is just going to take me out with a Iron Head as I go for the hidden power fighting. I'm not going to take him out because of those leftovers. And yeah, but luckily for me, I can just bring in my Hitmontop after this and go for a close combat, which is exactly what I am going to do. So yeah, anyways, now luckily he didn't go for the Protect. If he would have gone for the Protect, that would have been extremely bad. But luckily for me, he doesn't go for it, and I can just take him out with this close combat. So that is very good because I am going to live the poison damage and the sand, and he's going to bring in the Stoutland here, and this is kind of where Hitmontop's purpose comes into play. Since it does have the Sucker Punch, I do get the priority, and pretty much with that Sucker Punch damage, I am going to bring it into the range, and where I know a Weavile's Ice Shard will be able to take it out. So yeah, Hitmontop did serve a purpose, as he is going to take me out with the Frustration. And now I am going to switch in the Janitor, and I call him a Janitor because he is just going to clean up. So yeah, weavile is pretty much just going to clean house right here, clean up his entire team with Ice Shard, Brick Break, and yeah, so that thing is going to die to the Ice Shard. Now it brings in Magneton here, and it's not scarfed, so he's not going to be able to outspeed me, and I am just going to kill him off with a Brick Break. So yeah, goodbye Magneton, and now he's going to bring in the last Pokemon that he has, which is Flygon. And Flygon was really hopeful that he could live in Ice Shard, but no, you cannot live in Ice Shard, so goodbye Flygon. Goodbye. So yeah, it's going to die here, and yeah, Weavile, doing what Weavile does best, which is late game sweeping, just cleaning up teams after, everything's been dented. And yeah, so hope you all enjoyed that little Weavile clutch. And yeah, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace out. See you all later. So yeah, bye. Shit, why isn't this stop recording?